This is a demonstration video of the Isoforce Outrigger static progressive orthosis showing demonstration steps with thermoplastic sheet material. Isoforce is a uniquely designed outrigger that is attached to a dorsal-based hand orthosis and has the purpose to increase passive joint range of motion in a stiff proximal interphalangeal joint. With Isoforce, you know exactly how much tension is applied and you are able to adjust the tension. The Isoforce unit consists of 8 elements: the entrance to the pulling point, the distal lever arm, the pegs, the proximal exit hole, the anchoring holes, the canal, and the grooves for shortening. This tutorial will show step-by-step fabrication of Isoforce in combination with a thermoplastic sheet material. We will be using Orphid colors NS in 2.0 millimeters thickness, or 1/12 inch. First, draw a pattern of the patient's hand to include the proximal phalanx of the involved finger and enough material on the ulnar and radial sides of the hand to create the circumferential base. Make a hole for the thumb. Trace the pattern onto the sheet of thermoplastic material. Activate the Orphid colors NS in hot water and position on the patient. Place the MCP joint of the involved finger in 40 to 70 degrees of flexion. Pinch the material together on the ulnar border and mold carefully around the involved finger. Make sure to include the PIP joint axis of motion on each side of the involved finger. Trim away material that blocks PIP joint flexion, but leave material to cover the PIP joint laterally on each side. Mark the PIP joint axis of motion on each side of the PIP joint for proper placement of the Isoforce pegs. Next, attach straps. Place one strap on the ulnar border and one strap over the proximal phalanx. We are now ready to attach the Isoforce unit to the base orthosis. Select the appropriate size of Isoforce, small, medium, or large. Using a hole punch, make holes at the marked axis of motion on each side of the PIP joint. Using dry heat, briefly heat up 2 small scraps of the Orphid colors NS material and cover the marks for the PIP joint axis of motion. Then place the pegs of the Isoforce immediately on these 2 spots on the base orthosis. Secure with pressure and fix into the base orthosis. The Isoforce unit should move easily forward and back with the pegs securely embedded in the holes. Use elastic thread for the creation of a dynamic orthosis, or use non-elastic thread for the creation of a static progressive orthosis. Choose your thread and tie a knot at one end. Cover this with dry heated Orphid colors NS material to secure. Direct the appropriate thread through the pulling hole. Rethread the other end of the string through the dorsal groove on the dorsal part of the Isoforce outrigger. This thread manipulates the Isoforce outrigger and exits through the bridge. To create a dorsal tunnel for the string, dip thicker elastic thread in hot water to prevent sticking to the thermoplastic material. Create a tunnel from a small piece of scrap material on the dorsum of the orthosis. Place the heated thermoplastic material over the wet thread on the dorsum of the orthosis. Make sure the elastic thread does not stick inside the tunnel by pulling on it back and forth. After the thermoplastic material has bonded, remove the elastic thread. Now thread the static line from the Isoforce unit through this tunnel. Place a piece of adhesive-backed hook on the dorsum of the base orthosis. The tension can be adjusted by securing the loop strap from the Isoforce Outrigger onto the adhesive-backed hook on the base orthosis. Create a finger cuff from Ortho-cast 3 cm or 1 inch width material. The finger cuff should cover the volar middle phalanx or the middle and distal phalanges for a longer lever arm. Let the finger cuff harden and trim the sides. Determine the correct hole for placement of the string by using a straight object positioned at a 90-degree angle up from the middle phalanx toward the lever arm. Create 2 small holes in the middle of the cuff and thread each side with non-elastic thread. The ends of these threads will go through the appropriate hole of the Isoforce Outrigger that allows for a 90-degree angle to the middle of the cuff. The patient should feel a slight pulling sensation as the finger is held in passive PIP joint extension, but not pain. Excess lever arm can be trimmed away.